Hey, son. Sorry about that. I was about to cough and I turned on the video. Hey, I've been thinking about you a lot, son, and what you're doing for our country, and you know, there's so much I want to talk to you about, but it's like at at the times that I want to talk to you, I can't, and at the times you want to talk to me, I don't want to talk. It's you know, there's drama, going on here, you know, as of the situation that's going on, but things are good. I'm feeling better each day. I'm eating now. I'm eating to my mouth a lot more. Um, I am still feeding through my peg tube right here. Sorry about those little man breasts that I have. I got a little fat. I went in before my cancer at August 4th, 2011 at 192, 191. And that's the skinniest that I've been in years. I mean, before I met my wife, I was about 175, 170. And, I had still some strength from, you know, doing the stuff that I've done. I always kind of try to keep myself in shape. And good looking guy. I kept my hair. Um, and you've seen the picture of me with my wife and Cecilia. It's been up on Facebook. Um, I'll look for it while I'm talking with you right now. I'm inside my Facebook. I went to find a photo of you to replace on my iPhone so that I could have a better picture of you in my contacts, where the favorites. And so um, so what I want to talk to you about is just some stuff that I was thinking, that I remember, that I'm like, man, why didn't I say something about that, or why didn't I? It was just things that I really wanted to say to you. I'm still looking for that picture as I'm talking to you. But it was one of those things where I think about you a lot, and there's so many things I want to talk to you about, and memories that have been locked away for, you know 30 some odd years. It's kind of crazy that it's been so long, but as you can tell, I'm talking a lot better. I have good color in my skin. I won't put the whole thing on my face, but I look pretty good. I'm just turned 47 a few days ago. December 22nd was my birthday, and but I don't know. YouTube is so slow right now. I was gonna show you the picture. I'm just gonna look for it. It's right here, someplace up close. But your sister got married, which in my opinion was way too fast. It was just one of those things where, you know, due to the circumstances that we're going through right now with, money and basically my daughter and your brother Chris, he moved out. Ceci and her new husband got an apartment. Praise God, and Chris moved in with him. He basically moved out of here because their excuse is that I'm the problem. I'm the one who made everybody move out. All the problems that we're going through with no money and not being able to pay bills, but it's like I pay all the bills, and their excuse is that I don't. I'm always asked for money. Well, they use the internet. I have to pay for that. That's $200 some odd dollars. They use the water. They use electricity. We have rent. I mean, there's money that needs to be paid, and they're not paying a penny. And the things that I try to that I'm doing or that I say repeatedly or stuff like that pisses them off because they're constantly saying, "Oh, every time we talk, you always say the same things over and over again." Well, I have to, because until it gets fixed, I got to keep talking about it until we work it out and it's fixed. So the style that I'm doing this in may not be like the best that I that I should do it, but I hope one day somebody, I just thought about it, between, the couple $100,000 that I made for 8 months I was in Albuquerque in this last house before we moved here, which I left $40,000 on the table. I had 2 websites to do right before I left. I turned down a lot of work. I did a lot of thinking, a lot of asking and talking to friends and family out there about what I should do about coming to Arizona. And I realize now that it was an emotional decision. It shouldn't have been done. I've been going through hell, just pure hell, all 4 years I've been here. I never expected to ever, have to lose my house. I've never lost a house. That was the first house that I lost. I've always moved out on good terms and moved in right into the other house that I had already planned. So this was really bad, losing my house, and then, it's just really, really crazy bad. I just wanted to do this video. I wanted to say something when I had texted you or tried to call you about a month or so ago. I called you, and of course it says it's not accepting phone calls, but I guess because you're not in Korea, you're in Afghanistan, I think. I don't remember what you said on one of your things. Let me go back and look here. I can't find the photo. I don't know where it is. It's, I have almost like 9,000 photos up here in my Facebook. I don't know if it's some kind of a world record, but it definitely is there's a lot of photos up here. I mean, a lot of photos. And half of them won't even get shown. They don't even work. I don't even know why. Anyway, I remember when I had my red truck. And I only had like 5 pictures of it. We took some pictures, and me and your mom went out to this car show. There was a car show out there in Kansas someplace, and I just happened to be able to snap. There was no digital cameras at that time. There was someone had a camera, so I took a couple pictures, and they gave them to me when I saw them, I don't know, a couple weeks later, cruising. And I had those pictures, and when I let one of these guys that I was working with at church, and he was a really nice guy. I let my guard down and let him spend the night in my trailer. Long story about all that, but I woke up the next morning. I slept on the couch. He slept in one of the rooms. He ripped me off. He stole my daytimer at that time. Gosh, this was back in 1994, 93, and I had a daytimer, and it had all the pictures of my truck in it, and he stole all of my electronics, everything. You would think that a person after all that, you would feel like you don't trust people no more. You don't want to, but that's just not how I am. I always trust people. I don't know why. I just do. I guess that's how I am. I always try to give people the benefit of the doubt, no matter what. And I got ripped off, but I wanted to show it to you because at the top of it, I had a brow almost, I'd say 3/4 of the way down the windshield in the front, and then I got some red letters, some custom letters made 24 with a brow that went across the top of the truck. And towards the last months that I had the truck before it got repossessed, I had put in red letters, really nice, real nice across the top, said all for Cameron. And I had like dedicated all the work and all the money and the time that I spent in customizing that truck to you. And but it was just, there's just certain things I want just to, tell you and just really say how proud I am of you, and thankful that, that each day I wake up, I'm able to, see my wife and my kids and be able to live another day and try to, make something of that day, make sure that it was not for nothing. I may lay around sometimes, people see me sometimes and I'm laying around or I'm sitting around, but they don't see the other things that I do. It's because they're not in front of me 24 hours a day. So assumptions come in and arguments ensue and things like that. But for the most part, things are really good right now. I'm very happy. God is really doing a lot of work in my marriage and in my wife and my kids, and I'm thankful that Ceci is safe, and my son Chris is safe, over there. Chris is safe over there with Ceci, and got some big projects coming up right now. The problem is just not having a car is very difficult. It's just stuff because you need to run over here and get parts, or go grab this, or go look at this over here. You need to be, go to 2 or 3 different places for one job to just do the bidding, to see what everything is about, make a decision on what way you're going to go. If, for example, this apartment complex wants to do this big endeavor with Wi-Fi and free Wi-Fi for every tenant. And they also need to do cameras and a brand new gated community, putting electric gates and stuff. And I got apps I'm gonna write so they can use an iPhone or an Android phone to be able to open and close the gate, things like that. Things are coming up that are pretty big. But without a car, it's difficult. But other than that, things are good. I'm feeling really, really good. I feel good. Pain is not really a problem so much. Anxiety, yeah, I think that everybody has a certain level of anxiety throughout their life. I think that there's not one person in this world that doesn't have anxiety, panic attacks, but there's people in my position dealing with what I've been through and what me and my wife has been through and our kids, and it's been really rough. I mean, this really was one of my worst decisions to move here, but I'm trusting in God that He's always never let His hand off of me. He's always had His hand on me and my family. He's always taken care of us. He's never let us down, and we just got to keep trusting in Him. And want to go to church this weekend. I have a friend, his name's Chapo, and he had told me he was going to start taking me after the holidays, because it was just, everybody had family in, and, church wasn't a big priority at that time, of course, but I'm going to start going to church with him. Unfortunately, Trini has to work on Sundays, so her schedule's been changing a lot. She usually has Wednesday and Thursday off, but she's been working on those days, and then she got Monday off, so things have been kind of changing around. So we'll see what happens, what God does, so we can start all going to church. So, but that's real good. Some jobs are lined up, little tiny jobs here and there, $100 here, $50 there. We did lose our DES, our food stamps, and our medical. because of the stupid DES, the people that actually give it to you here. They created a new website, and they redid the website, and the website was messed up. So there's like I don't know how to even explain it, but DES is Department of Economic Security here in Arizona. And they're the people that you have to go to say, hey, I need food stamps. Hey, I'm sick. I need to get medical. I need food. I need cash assistance for rent. There's Trini right there. Say hi, Trini. It's for Cameron. I'm just doing a video for him since I don't text him. So that's what's going on with that. We lost that about a month ago, and it's been really kind of rough. But I've been calling all these times, talking to supervisors, blah, blah, blah. They keep saying, oh, yeah, we're working on it. Everybody has having the same problem. We have lots of people that have no benefits, blah, blah, blah. And then, but this month we get, in January, we get our income tax. So that's going to help out a lot. So that mixed with my wife's, a couple of payments of her job and stuff. She's been paying the bills for almost 5 months now, since I just haven't been able to work, and it's just been kind of crazy since we lost the house. We moved in here, but we've been getting by. I mean, it's not. We don't live like we used to at the old house. God, I don't know what happened. God just turned off a switch. It's like my whole life has just been ripped out from underneath me, And yeah, I always had money. I always had enough money to pay bills, even extra. But now it's like nothing for me. But God has a plan. So I'm just praying every day. Just trying to make sure that that every day things are good. This is kind of the room I live in. That's the closet right there, and of course there's my Mac right there, and there's my TV and another computer that's below it. I do my coding on some part of most of my graphic design in Corel, and then I use the Mac, that's right next to it. Let's see here. How can I point to it? I have to point over there because you can see it. That's the TV, and then that's the Mac. This is my bed. I'm laying in bed right now, and there's my feeding tube. Praise God for that thing. And what funny thing is about that feeding tube is that, whenever they started telling me, well, we gotta put a hole in your stomach, and we gotta do this, and we gotta do that, and I'm like, you people are nuts. I'm not doing that. You're crazy. And I fought it, and I fought so hard to not get this feeding tube. And it's so funny because without it I would have died. It saved my life. And if it wasn't for a couple of forums, I gotta put some moisturizer. My skin's real dry. You might have dry skin, mijo. You might get dry skin. Eczema is on my legs the last 10 years. Came out of nowhere. I have no allergies though. And so as far as on your father's side, while I'm thinking about it, I just lost my other train of thought. Anyway, drugs do that to you. I'm not on any drugs. They don't really impede me. I don't really get inebriated. I can tell they work a little bit, but they're nothing like when I first started taking them years ago. Out of like 10 being like, I'm like, totally just zonked out on these drugs, and then like 0 being no effect at all. I'm about a 4. All my drugs, the morphine, the oxycodone, the Xanax, just doesn't work no more. It's my body's gotten, acclimated to it, and it's built up a tolerance. So I got to be upped, or I got to get off. So I'm just gonna get off. Anyway, no, I just lost the other train of thought. Anyway, I'll come back to it. Anyway, I'm making this video because I feel bad that I don't text you back, that I don't call you, that I don't, interact with you on Facebook. It's because I'm more of like a person guy, and I text only because people text me that are, make money. and it's impersonal, and I would much rather do FaceTime or Skype so I can see you and tell you live that I love you and that I feel extremely bad about, not being a part of your life, and I'm extremely upset with your mom of never giving me a chance or letting me know that that you were mine. I mean, she did that, like I said, when we first started talking a couple years ago. She said she sent me a letter that I had to do or I go to jail, a paternity test, and I went right down a couple of days later to do it. I found a place here in Arizona to do it. Matter of fact, just right across from DES. Now that I think about it, it's kind of funny. So when I did it, they did the swab in my mouth, and I said, how long would it take to get the results? They said about a week, 2 weeks. So I waited like 3 weeks, and I got nothing. Nobody called me. I was in touch with the person at Kansas City. Your version of like food stamps and medical acts, free stuff from the state. And I called the lady there because I was in touch with her because I wanted to make sure she knew that I did my part. And I was waiting for the results, and your mom never called me. No one ever. I mean, I never talked to your mom for over at least, at that time, at least 15, 16 years. Talking to her the last time I spoke with her. And I'm thinking, all through this process, why is she doing this to me now? I got a wife, I got all these kids. It's about to blow up my life with this kid that I knew that, you were around. I named you Cameron Anthony Damiani. I was going to legally change my name to Damiani, my father's name, and I cut your cord. I was there during birth, but I thought you were a guy named Kevin's son. Because, there was so much time that had elapsed between me and your mom. And when me and your mom, got back together, what happens when you get back together. So that first night, and, I'm not stupid, it was 2 or 3 weeks into our relationship, and she says I'm pregnant, and I'm like, well, I'm not stupid, pregnancy takes a lot longer than that. So, I don't know, man. Maybe I was wrong. All I know is that you look just like my son, Christian. That's all I need. Honestly, I don't know why your mom said all the lies to you, and I feel really bad that I missed out on your whole life. And I don't want to do that now. And I don't know how many days, weeks, or months, or years that God has for me left, but I really want to be in your life, son. I really want to be able to hold you. I really want to be able to hug you. I want to hug my firstborn, technically, and I missed out on everything. I know that we used to talk, and you were taking, all these different anxiety drugs and stuff like that, but you seem so much better now. It's like you found a purpose. It's like you graduated, or you were always just maybe just lost, kind of. It's the only way I can explain it, how I felt about how you felt when we would talk. I would feel that you felt lost, that you felt, you're right, you didn't have an identity. You didn't know who you were. Because, your real father, me, wasn't in your life your whole life because of lies. And I'm sure when you found that out, you were very upset and confused and asking a lot of questions and things your mom just didn't want to say, and even in that January, I remember that time when it slipped, where me and your mom were talking about you in the car. I remember you guys were going up to Walmart, and we were talking, and then I remember that night, a couple of nights later, it was that night, your mom said, after I was talking with her on the phone, I said, okay, bye. And she said, okay, I love, and she stopped like she was going to say, I love you. But it's just a reaction because I'm sure she's just used to saying goodbye and that, and then you said, it was like a little big deal, but, there's always going to be a piece of that part, of your mom in my heart because it was a long time, but there is a lot more like pain than there is good because she really trashed my heart, and it's became a discussion between me and my wife, and I've not talked to your mom since January of 2012. So that's the last time I was actually in voice communication. She had told me to stop texting and calling because I guess Kevin was very jealous of me calling. I don't know why. I'm married, because kids, and I was just calling just for you, about you and what's going on, and because you would say stuff and it would bother me, and so I would want to talk to her about what's really going on, because she would tell me, you say things to me, or you would say something, but when I would ask her, she would say that, it's an exaggeration, or, you're just looking for an attention, or, it was just two sides. She would tell me a side, then you would tell me a side. So I didn't know what was going on. I'm trying to be in the middle of helping where I can, all these miles away, but I couldn't. But everything here is good. I hope that everything. I don't know where you're at. I remember we sent a video. Let me look over here when we did it, because you said something about you're not in Korea. You are in. You're in Kuwait. Okay. So no calling from my phone. I only have Skype. Okay, that was way back in November. I forgot that you're in Kuwait, because I remember we did the video and we sent you the video on Christmas Eve with the kids, with your brother and sisters. So it says he said you were in Korea, so that's why I said Korea. So you're in Kuwait. So I hope that you're safe. I'm gonna end it. It's at 30 minutes now. I hope that you're safe. Your mom over here, she asks about you a lot. She's always thinking about you. Your brothers and sisters ask about you too. They're really happy whenever they get to talk to you. So let me know when a good time is to Skype you, so we can get everybody here. We can do like a 5-minute Skype, and then I can record it. There's a way for me to record it now, so we can kind of like start saving little videos of us talking back and forth and stuff. So, whenever you can. I know you're busy over there, and I know there's rules. You can only do it on certain days, etc. So, just let me know when you can, and I'll get the kids out here, because Ceci has her own life now. Chris is over there too. So, or maybe we can do one together, or maybe we can do it here separate, and then you can Skype with her. She's got internet too. So, but this is it. Lots to talk about. I'm still alive. I feel good. I'm walking around. I'm doing a lot of stuff. Let me just give you like a little tour of where we're at right now. This is my little workstation here. This is kind of where I sit. This is the food that I'm eating now. This is how I have to put it down my feeding tube. It's Jevity, but it's called Isosource. And then I've got some other cans of it over there. A few different styles. These are my medicines, my oxycodone, my morphine, Xanax, Ambien. And this is kind of like where I kind of like hang out most of the day, where I watch my movies, get on Facebook, do stuff. And I got behind here, I got some drawers. These are all of like my tools to work on iPhones, and I've got just all sorts of gadgets here, and stuff that people send me to beta test or to do a review on. I got this really cool thing right here. and let me know if you want one, because I'll get one sent out to you if you have an iPad Mini or any kind of a tablet. This is made for a tablet, and it's for the little smaller size tablets. It's not made for like the real big type of tablets. It's let me just flip the camera around. I can't because I got it covered up. So it's got like a little screw here. It comes in 3 different pieces. This is one where you can clamp it to just about any surface there is in the world. You can clamp it to. Then this is like a bendable neck. It's got knuckles on it, and you can kind of twist it and move it wherever you want. Let me make sure this is tight. And then this is called the iPad mount. It's called a iPad Caddy. And so I usually keep my iPad. I was on that side of the bed for about a month. As you can see on the wall, I have some sticky notes over there. See if I can. There we go. So I was over there, and then I had to move back over here because I guess my wife Trinity's been sleeping in that spot of the bed for almost all of our marriage. So when we tried to swap sides, it didn't work out right. So this is what it looks like. So you're able to put like an iPad in there. We're actually, going to start putting up a website, etc. The jailbreak is out. I want to help you jailbreak your iPod Touch so you can get all the really cool apps for free. I got all the repos and all the cool stuff so that you can do cool stuff with your iPod Touch. But this is what it is. It's just like a little holder. And it's really cool because you can move it out of the way, or you can keep it right here, and you can maneuver it however you want. So I have it kind of like when I'm laying back, I'm just kind of chilling, sitting back here, and I can go into, Facebook and look at Facebook stuff, or, there's just so much stuff I can do on it. So because I got the camera here, and I can do FaceTime with you right here. As you can see my camera, I got the camera there, and I'm like, hey, what's up? So anyway, that's what that is. I got a whole bunch of cool stuff in over there's parts, and I got down there, I've got some more of the cases of the food that I use, etc. And I got tools, I got parts, I got cameras, I got doodads, gadgets, everything you can think of over there in these little drawers. And then down in here, I got some of my stuff that I use. I got little pouches that I have to. This is the crusher that I use. I put the pills inside here, and then I put it over here in the other end, and then I crush the pills till they're like really, really like dust, and then I add water, and then I just put it inside my peg tube down here. So that's how I do it. Maybe one time I'll show you how I do it live. And I got my little docks there. That's for my iPhone. That's for the iPad Mini. I got some other iPads around here someplace. This is the room. This is my dressers. This is this is the actual peg tube that I use. This is an extra one that I got from them because one of the one they gave me was defective, so I got one sent. It's basically just a peg tube. What it is let me just show you one that's not. This is a brand new one. Let me show you one that's broken, and how it works. So this is what I get from the places, because the ones at the hospital are giving me now, they don't work right. So they give me the wrong size, and there's a balloon that goes in the bottom. So here's the top, and this thing right here is where you put a little syringe in it, and it has saline in it, and there's a balloon that goes right here. You can see it's popped, and that's what's on the inside of my stomach. And then this little retainer ring is what's on the outside right here, on this little retainer ring right here. And this is the part that goes on the outside of my stomach. So in between here is my skin, and so and this little part right here, the end, is inside my stomach. So when you open up this top right here, it just goes right down this little tube all the way to the end, and it just pours right into my stomach. So same principle as swallowing it, going down into your stomach, all the way down to your stomach. It's just, you're just dropping the food, liquid food or whatever, juices or whatever, cocktails of good, vegetable juices into there. Plus, the food that's authorized made for me. It's got all the food. It's actually food in a liquid form, but that's how they work. But after a while, they pop because your stomach acids, are in there. You've got food up and up against it. They wear out. They pop, and then you just got 2 seconds. You just slide it out, slide a new one in. You already have a syringe inside here in the yellow part, and then you just push down. It fills up a balloon on the inside of your stomach, a new balloon, of course, and then you push the retainer ring down, and boom. And the tape is here because this retainer ring was very slippery. Usually they're just really, really tight. You just push them down, they stay down. You don't need tape, but this one needed tape on it, so that's why the tape's there. So this is my complete mess over here. I got the Dre Beat Studios. These are the studios. I might send these to you. I haven't used these things for like 4 years. When I got them before I got sick. So I paid almost $420 for these. These are the most expensive ones. And they're new. They're brand new. I don't use them. I use my earpods. Those seem to be fit me, and I thought I would be walking around, with with these on all the time, and because I'd be sick, and I want some nice headphones to listen to my worship music, etc. So if give me your address where I could send this to you at, or shoot, you could probably buy these at the PX or DX. I forget what it's called. The store over there. So probably buy these cheaper, like $100 than when I pay, because they get stuff so cheap. And this is my area. It's my work area. Let me turn my light on. And so this is my little work area. This is where I do all my work. This is how I do everything I do. Blah blah blah. And so this is my other computer. This is a computer. There's a Dell here, and this is my new Apple. This is this is actually my Wi-Fi. So this is the brand new Apple Airport Extreme. It's a new one that just came out. This is for my telephone. This is what makes my phone run. This is my modem. It's a DOCSIS 3. I get 350 megabit downloads. That's right, 350 megabit download speeds. And this is my 5-port gigabit Ethernet switch. And this runs all of my lights. So if I want to turn off one of my lights, I can use, everything I have set up on my iPhone, which I'm using right now. I can't show it to you. You can go to my YouTube page and you can see it. It's up there on the YouTube page. And this is the closet. This is pretty much where we're going. We don't really put any clothes in here. It's more or less for the dresser and for those things. Here's my Heisenberg T-shirt. Ceci got this for me for Christmas. I got this from Ceci. She knows how much I like the show, so she gave me this shirt for Christmas. They're selling them at Walmart, so I would love this shirt. I'm gonna order some of the fake crystal meth that they got on there, that blue meth. So this is the bed. This is where we sleep. And this is our room. This is kind of where I live. This is my man cave, I guess. Here's boxes of crap that I get sent to me for review. And let's go out here. Let's go say hi to Anna and Monica. So everybody's in here. This is Monica. Say hi, Monica. This is for Cameron. Making a video for Cameron. Yeah. Say hi to Cameron. Hi, Cameron. So this is the girls' room. This is where they stay. So, for right now, partly. So there's your mom right there. She's reading her iPhone stuff. And there's Monica. And there's Anna. And this is Mushy.
It's her for marshmallow.
And he's looking at the camera. She don't like me. She growls at me. Because I
know.
So this is their room, and then they got the big TV. We got the Wii over here. It's a jailbroken Wii. So there's a hard drive right there with a whole bunch of games on it. So I got that for them like 2 years ago with our income tax money. So killing me with batteries, but we got that going there, and that's about it. That's about it. So I will be, getting back with you, I guess, after you send me a video. That would probably be better for you just to do me a video where you're at, like in your barracks or out, kind of show me around with your friends. I'd like to see that. I'd like to see what's going on out there. Do me a video on your iPod Touch, and then, upload it back to me as like a reply instead of, calling me or whatever. Or we can Skype too, of course, but I'd like to have a video of the view, just kind of show me, what's going on. As you can see, where my trach was, there's like a little dent right there. That's where my tracheostomy was. But we're coming up to 41 minutes right now, so I guess that's it. There's not really much else we can talk about. There's a lot I can talk about, actually. But this was just for you to I just really wanted to say something. I haven't talked to you, as a dad. I'm really proud of you, everything that you've done now. At first when you went into the military, I thought it was, people talked you into it, but now I just felt bad. I just didn't think it was the right thing at the time. But now I do. I see that, the military helps you with discipline, with your self-discipline, with, I'm not sure all of your problems that you were feeling that we talked about are gone. But I think it helped because you've grown. Also, you're getting older. As you get older, you get wiser. It's just the way it is. You run into stuff, you look at stuff differently, you grow up. So I think that it really did a good thing for you, and I'm proud of you, extremely proud of you, and I can't wait till I can actually touch your body, give you a hug, give you a kiss on the cheek, my firstborn son. I love you, Cameron, very much, and I fight all this cancer stuff and recovery, and every day I wake up I fight just so I could have another day, so that my kids can see their dad, because I grew up without a dad, and I'm never going to give up on any of my kids till the Lord takes me. So I know it's like growing up without a father, but I love you. I love you very much. I love you, son. I love you, Cameron. So don't ever forget that, okay? And if you need to talk or you want to do a video, tell me some of your secrets, Tell me what's going on, how you really feel, I want to get to know you, I have an old son, my oldest of the children that I have, born or conceived. I have older children from my wife's marriage, but you're my oldest son. So, my oldest child, I want to know you. I missed all those perfect years I could have been there for you. I love you, son. You have a wonderful night, or day, or wherever you're reading this time that you're seeing the video. And do me a video back. Don't make it so long, and just be 5 minutes, and just kind of show me around. Show me your barracks, show me outside where you're at, let me see some stuff going on. That'd be the coolest thing in the world to me, to be able to be, and see what you're doing in your world. Right, Mark? Right, mijo? Sorry. Still no saliva. Saliva's coming back, though, because the radiation killed my saliva glands. So I have cotton mouth 24 hours a day. But it's gotten better. I don't know why, but I'm getting a little bit of, like when I think of lemons and stuff, I do get a little bit, how when you think of a lemon, your mouth starts, getting really